Thank you, your pity means a lot to me. And, well, more than last time, and some of you have seen me on, well, maybe one person's seen me on stage and gave me a pity laugh, which means a lot to me. But, here were some brand new jokes today, and I've come to the conclusion, especially over the last couple months, that I must have the cutest fucking kid in the world. Because I've had 3 people ask to be fucking godparents. Who asks to be a godparent? The only real thing I can think of, like, I understand they're trying to say, hey man, hey, I'm here for you, like, if anything happens, I will love your child. But the only message I'm actually getting from someone who says, hey, can you make me your kid's godmother is, hi, so, yeah, I don't want you to die and all, but if you do, can I have your kid? Can you just give her to me? Would that be appropriate? Is that okay something to ask? But, so my daughter, she's almost 4 months old. She's getting to the age where everything goes in her mouth. And I was at the mall the other day, and I'm playing with my daughter, and of course she sticks my finger in her mouth and bites down, because she's probably going to start to teeth soon, and I was like, oh my god! What? That's, no! And she's freaking out because my finger went in my daughter's mouth. And I was like, but are you afraid she'll get sick? It's like, are you aware of how an immune system develops? They have to be exposed to shit to develop an immunity to shit. Like, my fingers are the worst thing she's put in her mouth. No, she's laying on the floor. She put the cat's tail. I'm not proud to say she grabbed a hold of a knife and tried to. It makes me a terrible father for admitting that on stage and on video. But no, just everything goes in her mouth at this age, and she's getting so smart too. She's actually starting to problem solve, and so I was playing with her, and she grabbed my finger and tried to put my finger in her mouth, and then looked at it, realized she grabbed it too high, moved her hand down so that she could then put my finger in her mouth, and she solved that problem. I was like, oh, baby, you're so smart. You've now beaten the education system. You are ahead of the curve. You are smarter than most 6th graders now. Thank you. Come on, you've seen 6th graders. They stand there, sixth graders are like kindergartens 5 years ago. They just stand there running around doing absolutely fucking nonsense. Absolutely nothing going on with it. And up in there, and they're just like, can I have cereal and fuck you mom, and just, I don't know where kids are getting this language from now. Just, I understand parents are cursing, so kids are gonna curse, that's fine, but I actually saw a kid look at his mom and call her a fucking cunt and threaten to stab her because she wouldn't let him have her energy drink. Kids are insane now, and no one lets the parent joke, so moving on. So as I've told throughout my act before, I know a lot of really, really fucking dumb people. And there's a kid that my friend's younger brother, he, in grade school, stole something, and it was the dumbest thing I've ever heard of anyone trying to steal. So his teacher caught him coming into class holding something under his coat. And teacher's like, Eric, what's under your coat? He's like, nothing. It's like, no, Eric, I can clearly see you're holding something. What's under your coat? I'm not holding anything. Unzips the clock. He's got the fucking clock from the back of the classroom under his coat. He's carrying the clock. I have no idea how that got there. Just, he tried to play it up at the end like he was completely innocent, but just, this is the same kid who managed to shoot himself with a flaming blow dart. My first question to him was, where did you get a flaming blow dart at 11 years old? And he's like, well, we took some like darts for a dartboard, and we soaked them in kerosene and lit them on fire, and we're shooting them at the wall, and it ricocheted and hit me in the leg. I had to look at him just. He's like, am I gonna die? Is gasoline toxic if it gets in your bloodstream? I'm like, I can't deal with you right now. All right, I'm bombing tonight. Thank you. First night back. Thank you. But, so, thank you for the pity and all. But, so, for the ladies in the room, if there aren't that many, so I'm gonna, whatever. Men don't actually care, and Dan here in the back can testify to this, men don't actually care about the size of their dicks. It's what it represents. We've been told our whole lives that the bigger your dick is, the more of a man you are. If guys' dicks got smaller every time they had sex, we'd be fucking bragging about that. We'd be like, hey man, I got like 2 millimeters left. The fuck you got going on? And bullying each other because who's got the smaller dick. What was that? What? But I wish, guys, we know, ladies, thank you for actually bothering to have sex with us guys, because we know fuck all when it comes to anything in the bedroom when we first start off. We have to learn from scratch. Nobody tells us anything. We're just expected to know this. No one, our father doesn't sit us down like, okay, son, first you gotta start with the foreplay. You go for the foreplay, you gotta rub the breast. No, but don't forget to rub the breast. You gotta go for the rub the clit, rub the clit, rub the clit. If you don't do that, she's not gonna get off, she's gonna be mad at you, you're not gonna have sex again, and she can tell her friends how bad you are in bed. So you need to do this, and then you need to go over this, you need the penetration. Half hole, half swim, go high. Run, because I know you finished early, it's your first time, it's okay. And thank you, that was my first sexual experience. Giggles from the girl, thank you. But I'm clearly failing tonight, so I'll leave you with this. So, after being apart for 11 years, my mother and my father decided it would be great to start having sex again. This was weird for 19-year-old me, especially because I brought a girl home and my mom was over, and I didn't know my mom was over, and I walked out of the bathroom to my girlfriend doing the walk of shame and my mom doing the walk of shame. So, of course, I have to make a snarky comment like, hello, Dad. Suck for love and believe him. Up high. He starts screaming at me, you don't fucking talk to your fucking mother like that. And you would have seen my dad nose he's pantsless all the time. But he started yelling at me, so I start yelling back, and for one brief, beautiful moment in time, my mother swears that it looked like my father was yelling at a younger version of himself. And that's all tonight. I won't bore you anymore. Give it up for Alex.